Breaking news here in San Diego, day one of the winter meetings. The Mets wasting absolutely no time making a huge splash. Justin Verlander will be a New York Met. The deal reportedly 2 years, $86 million with a vesting option. Our very own Andy Martino is here. He broke that news. Jim Duquette as well. And guys, listen, on Friday night, Mets lose their ace, their longtime stud in Jacob deGrom, two-time Cy Young Award winner, and 3 days later they replaced him with a three-time and the current reigning Cy Young Award winner in Justin Verlander. Andy, how'd this deal come together?
Well, Steve, the Mets were really tempted by Verlander even when they were still talking to deGrom. Verlander, the deal that they gave him fits what they want to do, which is, as you both well know, sort of wallpaper over some of their organizational flaws that Steve Cohen and Billy Epler inherited with expensive veterans, while they try to build out a farm system over several years, more sustainable organizations. They love shorter-term deals for veteran guys. I'm also told that Steve Cohen himself and Verlander really hit it off. Verlander, a very data-driven pitcher, very interested in the analytics side from Houston, and Cohen really liked that. They were a better personality fit, certainly, than Cohen and deGrom. deGrom never wanted to make that relationship, not just with the Mets owner, but with a lot of people in the organization. So the Mets were like, oh, man, we really like Verlander. I'm talking last week. But deGrom's our guy. Let's play that out. When deGrom goes to Texas, as we said and reported like minutes after that, it was front and center Verlander. Talks continued through the weekend. Verlander did a lot of due diligence on the Mets organization over the course of this past weekend. And then the Mets got a call within this past hour, I want to say about 45 minutes ago, from Verlander that Carlos Baerga had it all along.
Well, and I'll tell you, when you look at obviously how this deal comes together, I mean, clearly a couple of things, right? The Astros seemingly had told from their owner had kind of painted this picture a couple of weeks ago, like this is what he's looking for. He's looking for the Scherzer deal ×3, and that was kind of when you're kind of negotiating these type of deals, you like to have that information, knowing that if that's what he's looking for, and if you are willing to go there, you can get the guy. Obviously you have to go through some hurdles. The Dodgers were for real. Astros, though, were showing their cards that they were out. I'm not so sure there were other teams involved in those three. Maybe the Yankees. Andy, you might have info on that. But the bottom line is this was a deal between the Mets and the Dodgers down the stretch. And the Dodgers had just as much money. They had just as much payroll flexibility, but the Mets got their deal. They closed out the deal, and that's what you're looking for, obviously, off of this year that he had. He's a guy that's going to give you 28 to 32 starts every single year. You know that. He's in tremendous physical shape after having that second Tommy John surgery. And, Steve, listen, this is a guy that when you look at it, coming off of the Cy Young Award and leading the American League and ERA, like this is a perfect fit for the Mets.
I would agree with that, Jim. And it's interesting that you mentioned this is a guy that's going to give 28 to 32 starts, right? Because a lot of people will look at this deal and the fact that Verlander's entering his age 40 season and say, well, you've got two guys, yes, they're Hall of Famers at the top of the rotation, but two guys who, how much can you count on them to give you what you need throughout the course of the season? But you look back specifically with Verlander, and he has been a workhorse, has been able for the majority of his career to give you a lot of starts, to take the ball every fifth day. And coming off the season, again, as you put it, he made 28 starts last year. He led the AL in wins. He led the AL in ERA, a 1.75 ERA last year, a .83 whip, and an opponent batting average of 186. I mean, this guy was as good as he'd ever been last year. And so, I guess the question is when you look at that history and you look at the reality, though, of at some point it's going to fall off, how confident are you in what the Mets are going to get over the course of this 2-year deal?
Yeah, I mean, the question had been the gamble of, do you want to trust Jacob deGrom at 34, health-wise, who hasn't hardly pitched in 2 years, or Justin Verlander at 40, who is so good right now? And in some ways, it's a flip of the coin. Verlander is a guy who uses every tool available to him to try to stay young and improve his arsenal and all the technology and all the new training methods. At a certain point, that expires, obviously, and guys get old. But we're talking about a guy who, as you said, Steve, just won the Cy Young and had this great season. So I think it's as good a bet as you can have, certainly. that he's going to be okay for a year or two. You never know. There's all risk in here. All the top three guys, deGrom, Verlander, and Carlos Rodon, came with significant health questions. So it's kind of like pick your risk, but at least this one's the shortest term.
We definitely see this uncharted water, right? I mean, when you're talking about 40, Steve, you're right. These guys, there is a little bit of an issue there. I think the same thing kind of goes with Scherzer, right? Both of those guys. I think you have to maybe manage the starts a little bit. They're going to need some more depth in that rotation. But here's the thing. For the most part, you can dial them in for a minimum of 20, 28 or so. That's basically off of their history when they're healthy. I think with Verlander, he hasn't had any arm issues. He didn't have any shoulder issues outside of the Tommy John surgery. I think he had a little calf issue towards the end of the season there last year. And, even watching him into the postseason, his stuff still played. His velocity was still up. It's not, Verlander from 5 years ago or 8 years ago, where he's throwing 98, 99. He doesn't have that left in the tank, but he's still a mid-90s fastball. His average fastball velocity was right around 95. He's got the curve, the slider. Like, there's a lot of similarities between he and Scherzer, the way they're built. The makeup, the competitiveness, the fire, all those things, the way they kind of reshape themselves on occasion, added extra pitches, whatever it might be. So I think all of those things kind of bode well for him being able to stay healthy during that stretch. And again, 2-year deal, which is something that I know the Mets were focused on, the industry. I thought that he might be able to get a third based off of the interest level, but I know that vesting option was important, which is similar that he had with the Astros this last contract, which allowed him to opt out.